Hi there, this is Victoria from CrushCrypto.com. In this video, I'll be covering Hero Token, a cryptocurrency created by the company PawnHero. The company aims to disrupt the traditional banking industry by making credit more readily available and affordable for the unbanked or underbanked, starting in Southeast Asia. Please note, we are not paid or mandated to do any of our reviews. This is just our personal opinion and analysis and not investment advice. Based in the Philippines, PawnHero was founded in 2014 and is the first online pawn shop in Southeast Asia. The company aims to address the issue of expensive credit in a country where only 20% of the population have bank accounts and less than 5% own a credit card. They accept a wide range of pawnable items including jewelry, luxury goods, electronics, home equipment, and other personal items as collateral for a secured loan. PawnHero has no physical branches and is online only. Because of this, they have a lower cost structure and they can offer more competitive terms than other lending companies. Here's a picture showing the current desktop and mobile interface for PawnHero. So how does PawnHero work? There are basically 3 steps. First, the customer submits information on the item they want to pawn on PawnHero's website and they can get a free appraisal in just minutes. PawnHero links the request to their pricing model, which instantly provides various loan offers for the customer to choose from. A PawnHero motorbike courier, called a pawn trooper, goes to the customer's house to pick up the item. Appraisers then authenticate it and assess its condition. If everything is okay, the loan is released and the customer will receive their cash. If there are any issues, the item may be returned to the customer or a revised loan offer is provided to them. PawnHero stores all pledged items at the operations center. When customers repay their loan, the item is returned to them. In the case of defaults, PawnHero can sell off the pledged item. Hero was created by PawnHero for financial return and social impact. Through Hero, the company wants to revolutionize the banking industry by making credit more readily available and affordable for the unbanked or underbanked. They aim to provide collateralized loans to unbanked and underbanked consumers across Southeast Asia. With the launch of their own ERC20 token, called the Hero Token, they also intend to expand into blockchain-based, uncollateralized loans for individuals. PawnHero was incorporated in 2014. In the same year, they launched their MVP and raised $500,000 in seed funding. In 2015, the Philippine Central Bank granted them the license to operate the first online pawn shop in Philippines and in Southeast Asia. The company was able to raise over $2 million in pre-Series A funding that year. In 2016, they secured licenses to operate in Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. SoftBank and Alibaba also invest in PawnHero. Earlier this year, the company was able to secure a $10 million debt facility to provide more loans to the unbanked. And as for the development roadmap, in the 4th quarter of this year, PawnHero plans to expand its business in the Philippines. In the 1st quarter of 2018, they want to roll out blockchain-based, uncollateralized loans for individuals. In the 3rd quarter, they want to expand into 3 new markets in Southeast Asia. Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos are their primary targets as they already have a license to operate in these countries. PawnHero also expects to break even on a monthly basis based on EBITDA. And in 2019, they plan to roll out blockchain-based loans for small and medium-sized enterprises and communities. In the 4th quarter, they expect to break even on a monthly basis based on net income after taxes. The amount raised from the company's upcoming token sale will be used to fund these 4 stages. PawnHero will be issuing Hero tokens in a public crowd sale, and they have set a hard cap of 200,000 Ether. The conversion rate is 1 Ether for 200 tokens, and if the hard cap is reached, the total token supply will be 50 million Hero tokens. The market cap on a fully diluted basis is $84 million, assuming the current Ether price of $335. The pre-sale was originally scheduled for September 1st, but this has been delayed. They have not yet announced the new dates for the pre-sale ICO or token distribution, so please stay tuned for updates on their official website and blog. This chart shows how the tokens will be allocated. 80% of the total token supply will go to the public crowd sale. 15% will go to the founders, and the remaining 5% will go to early backers and advisors and to pay for bounties. So what is the use case for their tokens? A Hero token represents the right to receive a reward, which is part of the interest income they will earn. All tokens in aggregate will have the right to receive up to 20% of interest income on a quarterly basis, with the goal of having monthly distributions in the long run. In addition, the company may use a percentage of profits to repurchase Hero tokens from the open market at the prevailing market price. As Hero token holders receive a portion of interest income generated by PawnHero, the more revenue the company generates, the more valuable the tokens will become in theory, given the fixed supply of tokens. The team behind the Hero token is essentially the same team behind PawnHero. David Margendorf is the co-founder and chairman of PawnHero. He is a serial entrepreneur, having founded various companies, including Game Solution and Compare Asia Group. Compare Asia Group is a large financial comparison website in Asia with investments of over $100 million from investors including Goldman Sachs, World Bank, and Alibaba. PawnHero has a number of well-known investors, including the SBI Sat Fund, which is backed by SoftBank, Alibaba, Indosat, and Triconcell. According to Crunchbase, the company has received total funding of at least $9.7 million since its inception. So let's talk about some of the opportunities. We like the business concept of PawnHero because it addresses a genuine problem of making credit more readily available and affordable. 2 billion people, or about 40% of the global population, are still unbanked or underbanked today, even if they have jobs or are connected to the internet. The company could potentially tap into a very large market that are billions of dollars in size. In the Philippines, for example, 72% of its over 100 million population depend on more than 18,000 pawnshops for their cash needs. 90% of pawnshop customers belong to this unbanked population. The company is already operating in the Philippines and has obtained an operating license in Vietnam. It is currently in negotiations with strategic local partners in Indonesia and Thailand as well. The company has been around for more than 2 years and has a strong team of relevant experience. They also have the financial backing of blue-chip investors like Alibaba and SoftBank. Both PawnHero and Hero offer a competitive advantage over other pawnshops and credit models because of its low-cost structure. This table here compares PawnHero and Hero with traditional pawnshops, banks, credit cards, and loan sharks. Given they have no physical locations, the company is able to offer interest rates as low as 2.99% and keep processing times to under 1 day. And here are some of our concerns. First of all, we are not sure how successful or profitable their current business is. PawnHero has been in operation for over 2 years, and the white paper stated that it has thousands of customers, which seems low to us. As they are targeting Metro Manila, which has a population of almost 13 million people, that means their current penetration ratio is less than 1%. Also in the white paper, they provide forward-looking projections, but it would be useful to know what these metrics were in the last 2 to 3 years to better assess their profitability. Another concern that we have is that parts of their website still looks incomplete, even though they had originally targeted to launch their pre-sale in early September. This is a screenshot of the careers page on PawnHero's official website, which you can see is still incomplete. And a few more things we wanted to highlight. The profit-sharing terms are essentially up to their discretion. In the white paper, it is stated that they may share up to 20% of interest income, and the company may use a percentage of profits to buy back tokens. Technically, they could decide not to distribute any income, and they would still comply with what they have stated in their white paper. Because of their profit-sharing nature, Hero tokens would very likely be classified as a security and may face difficulty getting listed on large exchanges. For reference, here is some information on the Howey test, which is commonly used to determine whether an investment is considered a security or not. And finally, after ICO participants contribute to their project, they will still need to go through the KYC process. Hero tokens are not issued until the KYC is approved. Ideally, KYC procedures should be processed before participants can contribute to their project. Given the large population of unbanked and underbanked people around the world, there is definitely a market need for solutions that provide more accessible and affordable credit. If Hero is successful, they would be able to help tackle a genuine problem. However, from an investment perspective, our view on both flipping and long-term holding is neutral. For flipping, we are neutral because the hard cap of 200,000 Ether is fairly large, even though it represents 80% of the total token supply. We are not sure if the hard cap can be filled quickly with unmet demand. Also, the token may have a hard time getting listed on a reputable exchange because of its security-like feature. For long-term holding, we are also neutral because we are not sure how successful or profitable the company is right now. Given they mentioned in their white paper that they won't achieve EBITDA break-even until the third quarter of 2018 and net income break-even until the end of 2019, we have our reservations. The potential is large, but we don't see any metrics that show the business is gaining traction after operating for over 2 years. This is important to know to have confidence in the team's execution ability and also the level of market interest for their product. Thank you very much for watching our video on PawnHero and Hero Token. Please check out our website at crushcrypto.com for a full report and any new updates. For the most up-to-date information, please visit Hero Token's official website, particularly as the exact dates for their pre-sale, ICO, and token distribution is still to be determined. See you next time, and let's keep crushing crypto together.